Well, I'm finally out of bed after 2 days in bed, and good timing because everything starts to come in today, and still feeling pretty average, to be honest, just tired. But anyway, the green Kermit the Frog car has come in, and look, this is not one we're treating very seriously. Just this is not part of my official collection as such, just one of those things I had to buy to have a bit of play with, and probably last about 10 minutes here, but very original, and motor sounds incredibly good. It's a factory 4-speed, which is, you know, very unusual for the P76s. Oh, even get a Burns cap and a few things, lovely. But overall, interior wise, it's really good. You know, like, keep in mind this is a 1973 car. Let me just get in it, give you a bit of an idea. And it's not a bad sounding exhaust on that as well. Geez, an old AWA equaliser. My goodness, that's getting back a bit. Just not sure what they're doing. It looks like they're doing a voltage gauge or something here. No, it's a tacho. Sorry, that's what he's doing. Of course it is. Jeez. Although that seems to be not accurate. Yeah, some things like that. I don't know if they'll stay. How is it? Oh yeah. I don't know that I saw an antenna on this car. Maybe on the back. Oh, I can't remember. Nice old AWA cruiser radio, but yeah, I don't think it's got an antenna connected. Yeah, we've got a little brake fail coming up, and so we're going to have a look at that and just bleed. There was it was down, way down on brake fluid, so that was about the only thing I could pick on it that I went, oh okay, a bit annoying, but minor. This is where it pays to maybe inspect cars a bit more, but I just didn't do it on this one. It was one of those impulse buys where I thought, what the heck, we'll give this a go. But we'll do a bit of a clean up on it, and it can hang around for a while. I'm really absolutely wrapped in the way this motor is so quiet. This V8 just runs beautifully, and the clutch, when I was driving it before, whilst the brakes are a bit soft at the moment, we'll bleed those up. Helps now we've put a bit of brake fluid in there, but yeah, they need bleeding for sure. And we may find, actually I haven't even checked yet, but we may find on the back wheels that we're even getting a bit of leakage. It could be a leak in one of the duvers down here. Oh, nothing pouring out, just might need bleeding. Overall, the body, not bad at all. A couple of little spots I've seen, they've gone, yeah, okay, and all this here we can fix in 2 seconds flat, and we can clean up and make it look a little bit better. But yeah, this is the Leyland P76. Needs a good clean. It's been sitting around the yards for a few weeks. We had a bit of trouble with just some miscommunication with my car carriers, and I've got 2 different car carriers I use depending on where it's coming from. This one was a bit painful because it's coming out of Newcastle, so Newcastle's always just a little bit longer. Fortunately, the guys in Burns were excellent. The guys in Burns actually were really good with me because we had a big stuff up on another auction. We bought 2 cars from Burns, one at Bayswater, one at Newcastle. This was the Newcastle, and the blue one, the Corvette, coming in this afternoon. I've got to go pick up. Oh, there is an antenna. All right, well, maybe, yeah. I'll check that radio in a minute with an antenna up, never know. But yeah, the blue Corvette has been owned 35 years by the same chap. Spoke to him a lot about that one. That was a very different type of buy. This was an impulse buy. The blue one I had to find out lots and lots about. I wonder if I can get... Nah, that antenna's not hooked up. It was worth a go, wasn't it? I can hear a bit of a crackle. Don't need to have the equaliser on, you wouldn't have to, would you? No. Oh, sorry, this is an equaliser and tape player. Oh no, it's a tape deck, sorry. I'm sorry, I should have read that. Right, so you put a tape in and run it through the speakers, and geez, I'm going to have to find an old tape, see if I can chew up the tape. never know. But this looks like a J car kit where they've, yep, unreal. That's a bit cool. Nothing exciting there. Just a bit of rubbish here to say, guess what, you bought it, you own it. Nice Burns cap. Volt gauge we need to have a look at. Fuel gauge maybe too, so we'll have a bit of a look. Let's turn that fella off. But yeah, look, overall, don't ask why we do this. This was definitely an impulse buy. It was bought on price alone. Well, no, that's not entirely true. Being a V8 4-speed, it was attractive to me from that point of view. And I'd had one of the boys run over the motor and gearbox for me. So yeah, I wasn't totally unseen. I did have them have a quick look at it for me. But they were the ones that sort of said to me, look, you need to have a look at the brakes, see what's going on there. And but we paid stuff all for this. This is just, if I disclose all the pricing to you, you'll just go, yeah, all right, well, it was silly not to buy it. But it's all good news at the moment, apart from me being crook all the time, which is really setting me back days and days. We've got Graham, VK7KT, who the VK3CM mobile goes down to Tassie in the next week or so. We've got this one here, which we're just finishing off right now. I've just done all the plating with the where the access for the fuel pump is. All these here are going to get all polished up. We're going to actually do a bit of a finish on here to get this looking more like the back of the EK at the moment, with some wood grain. Polish up all the chrome, etc. Yeah, I suppose this. This is what live YouTube's all about. To see if whether or not I haven't started this for days. Will it start? Ooh, sounded good. Maybe I should have my jump pack on it. Oh, okay, that's positive. Actually, I'm going to turn it off for a second because that's I'm that happy. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, starting good. Now, just so you know, for 4 years that hasn't been happening. With my friend Nick, we got that sorted, and yeah, she's all back together, and it's got a brand new 350 Chev motor in it, and this one's going to be up for sale fairly soon. I'm cleaning out a few because I have to, because there's just too much sitting around the place, and I just want to. Well, this one, look, was this a mistake? Probably. Look, probably. It probably is. But anyway. But yeah, so what else can I say? We're still just got a couple on the go in here. The 911, just waiting for the parts to come back from the US at the moment for the struts. And once they're back, that's back together, I'm just going to pop it in the paint shop just quickly. A couple of little small things I'm not 100% happy with. Into the paint shop, the boys at Lavington will sort that out, and off it goes. And we want to get a lot of these racks out of here soon. This middle section, all these racks need to go, and we're going to bring this hoist a fair way forward, and we're going to actually allow for 2 more cars in here. And Sam's unit, we're very close to getting to that too. So that is some good news. All right, well, what can I tell you? The scissor lift is back to life. Put a whole lot of new batteries in that, and that's working like a charm. We've got a whole lot of mess to clean up over here at the moment because we're a little bit tight coming around that corner, so we want to widen all this here and get that finished and sorted out. Anyway, I must go hook up the car trailer because I've got to pick up the Corvette, the C4 Corvette. Beautiful blue thing, really is. Had a lot of work done to it, and probably the opposite of this car. This one's not bad, don't get me wrong. I'm probably a bit hard on it, but this was definitely bought on price, and this is not something that will stay in our collection as such. And was just something I really wanted to own a P76, get a few photos with it, and say, right, look at that. I'm starting to look like Tyler with Hoovy. This is a hoopty they call them, don't they? With Tyler. Actually, I I do love his YouTube channel. It is good. It's when I'm crook so much, I sit in bed watching Tyler do stupid things with cars, but he does it with things like Bugattis, where there's $4 million on the road to. I mean, I do it with thousands of dollars. He does it with millions, although he's done a few hoopties which are a bit like this one. He has them into the mechanic and does little bits and pieces. Generally loses money. That sounds like me. And that's the thing. Don't ever think that I do things like this and they're always a smart move. Trust me, they're not always. Sometimes. That red one, it was a sit for 4 years and do nothing here. And if you knew what that owed me and what I'll probably get for it, you'll go, yeah, that's not your brightest move, is it? And so we never tell you about the bad ones. We always tell you about the good ones, of course. But anyway, look, this has got potential to have a bit of a play with. Just as a timeline, this will probably sit around for a few months because I'd like to sort of, I know I'm going to get some free time around summer to do some bits and pieces. At the moment, I've just got so much that's so medically sort of driven with different operations and things with me. It's a pain in the ass, to be honest, where you're forever in a mode of 1 minute you look like you're absolutely going for it. The next minute, no, you're back in bed again, and I still haven't worked out completely what the formula is from that. Sam tells me, and so does my mate Kev and a few others, slow down. And Kev, you're right. It's I've made a few ridiculous decisions lately that just all about being too tired, too worn, drained. And my advice to everybody is when you get into positions like me where your health's starting to give you a bit of trouble, maybe don't make too many executive decisions during that time, especially when it's to do with friendships and lots of other things that often you sort of make errors, and I certainly have, I can tell you. But anyway, that's another story. So Leyland P76 1973, the plate assures us of that. December 73, there you go. So what a mix of a car. Just we'll go into the background of them another time. Geez, I always thought, did they just ram these in here? But no, that's actually factory design. Interesting. There are some things about them where I sort of go, I question, like this is the fan for the heater system out here. We're normally under dash. Lots of things. But that motor, that V8, 4 point something litre from memory, shows how much I know when I go 4 point something. That's me trying to dodge around the fact I don't have a clue. It doesn't say there. But Steve, Mr. Prime, you'll know. You've had one of these, 2 of these or something. You've had a few. Anything here that... it's just all the tyre pressures, etc. NV Green HK. Well, at least we've got the paint coat. I'm not sure what size. I think... 4.4 were they? I'm guessing a bit here. 4.4, so I just think they might have been. Where it might be written? It might be written on the beautiful promo that they make this car look so good on. 4.4 litre V8, 81,000 Ks, which I believe is original too. I really do. I know that's a big call, but just by the... I'll tell you why. Carpets, interior, etc. tell you everything. Whenever you're buying a car, I know I was going to say goodbye before, but the little lesson here, whenever you're buying a car, the Ks, when you see something that says, 29,000 Ks, and it's got, an interior where the carpets look like they're just worn through, and you sort of know you're looking at something that is not possibly, what it is supposed to be. When you start looking at something like this here, where the interior is just so clean, that's one thing I'll give it. Like, you'd pull this interior out and put this into a car, and really, you know what, I can think of a few cars where the P76 Leyland interior would go into and would be absolutely brilliant. I'm even thinking, HR Holden, the back wouldn't fit, too wide, I think. But the 2 front seats would. They'd be superb in a HR, and maybe even in my EK Holden. Brown's probably not going to work. I can't remember what. No, brown won't work. Anyway, but that EK I'm in love with, as you all know. Actually, just so you know that is not out in the rain, because it was for a little bit. Hang on. I'll show you what I've done with the EK. I am absolutely in love with this car. It is behind door number 1 or number 4 or number something. So I've rearranged things a little bit in here, and basically I took the vet out the other day, and absolutely fantastic driving that thing. And 911, actually, I'm just fitting the new stereos, just come in for that. So thank you very much to the suppliers that sort of sponsored me on that. Long story, but thank you, much appreciated. We'll get into that with another video. And the track hawk's still sitting there looking a little bit lonely, but anyway. But yes, isn't this an amazing? Now with this one, when it's all clean like this, it is just fabulous. And actually, what I say about the interior, yeah, brown, no, won't work. Brown's not going to. But it could use some older seats in here. You know, absolutely could do. And the reason I'm opening is I actually want to run a charge point off this to trickle charge, because they're sitting in here. But yeah, this thing's beautiful, isn't it? All right, well, this one's dirty. That one's sort of semi-okay. This one's definitely clean. I cleaned it after we took it out on Sunday, and gave it a nice hit. It's come up really well. Possibly my favourite car. Don't know yet. We'll see. I always have trouble declaring what's a favourite. Anyway. All right. But this is my hoopty. So Tyler, you know, from Hoovies, sorry, YouTube channel. Yeah, you inspired me to buy a hoopty. All right, guys. All the best. Thanks very much. Cheers.